So it's about 2 miles in, and so far so good. It's not raining yet, although it will. Pack feels comfortable, path's easy. First day should be a doddle really, it's mostly flat. Not very many people about, which is nice. Actually really enjoyed myself so far. Not much to see, but you know, pan this around a wee bit and some nice woodland. Well, lots of woodland, kind of in the middle of nowhere now, but I think it will get a bit more boring before, well, it's not very interesting now, but I think it will get even more boring before it gets interesting. First day, not much to see, just really get into it, see if the pack's comfortable. It's too heavy, I know that now. It'll get lighter as it goes. It doesn't feel heavy yet, but I'll tell you again at the end of the day how I'm feeling, and I think that might change. But yeah, really green, very quiet. Only thing I can hear is the wind, and hopefully you can't hear the wind too loud, because if you can, you won't hear me. Might be a blessing. Yeah, it's a walk in the woods, that's what it is so far. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, so we'll see how we go. I'll probably come back when I've got something interesting to show you. Hi, so here we are, don't know, 3-4 miles in, and we have a nice saltire flying there. So I've decided that what I'm going to do as I go is I'm going to count the number of saltires versus the number of Union flags, just as a little experiment, and we'll see how that pans out. But that's 1-0 to the saltire so far. So the time is 10:30 and I'm trying to keep my head close to the microphone because it's now quite windy and otherwise nobody's going to hear anything at all. The scenery is starting to open out quite a lot, which is nice. Perfect walking weather, there's occasional sunshine, there's a breeze, and it hasn't rained yet, but it will. That's on the cards. I'm really enjoying myself, and I'll look back at this on, you know, at the end, and I'll I'll probably think, ah, you stupid idiot, it was good then. But you know, if it's good now, then I'm just going to enjoy it being good. Got my hair. This is a good measure of how far I've got in the journey. See it at the end of the trek, when I'm coming into Fort William, touch wood. And I'll probably look about 20 years older and feel about 40 years older. So yeah, this is going to make a happy man very old. But for the meantime, I was going to stop every hour, just take the pack off and chill, because I've got loads of time, especially today. But I just haven't felt the need, so it's an hour and a half now since I started, 10:30. I'll maybe push on till 11. And see where that takes me. But yeah, so far it's been good, and it's not been as dull as I expected it to be. Lots of really nice views. I think if I was to do this again, I would get a GoPro with a really large SD card and just film the whole damn thing and then edit it for what looks good afterwards. But as it is, I have a phone, and I'll just need to take it decent bits as we go. So yeah, it's opening out and it's quite pretty. See you in a bit. So there's some hairy coos. Can't see them all that well because they're at a bit of a distance. Somebody once told me that if the coos are lying down, but to be fair, this is Scotland. It's a reasonably fair bet that it's gonna rain. So I think over there that's Glengoyne Distillery, for those of you that are fond of a dram. I think in normal circumstances you can go and take a wee tour, but well, you probably can't at the moment because of COVID, and in any case I wouldn't, but apparently it's quite nice. Hello again. So, the section that I'm walking just now, this is just by Glengoyne Distillery, which assuming my editing isn't catastrophic, I should hopefully have had just before this. Well, this particular section used to be apparently a railway line, so I've got to say that it is flat and straight and very, very boring. But yeah, not the most interesting bit of the walk, but I was expecting the first day to be dull, and there is sort of intermittent sunshine, and dull path or not, I can think of worse ways to spend a day, to be honest. So, some miniature Shetland ponies for those of you that like that kind of thing. It says all over the place, please do not feed the ponies. And I can imagine everybody walking past here with high energy and high protein bars. The poor wee bastards would end up like zeppelins. But anyway, quite cute. So, nice couple of German guys up there that actually got off the train at the same time as them in Mogai. I set off maybe a little bit before them, but I keep stopping to take videos and photos and that kind of thing, so they're taking 7 days as well, so I might bump into them along the way, although they didn't manage to get any campsites booked, so they're just going to have to wild camp everywhere, which might be quite nice for them. But anyway, I hope to see them again at some point on the trail, but I'm going to let them get some ground so they don't feel like I'm chasing their heels. Hello again. Right, weird things here. It actually looks like someone's building a church. I have never seen a church getting built before. They usually get tore down or turned into pubs. In fact, in Drimmen, the village that I'm 4 miles away from, I believe the church is now a place where walkers can sleep. So maybe it's not a church, it just looks like it's got a steeple. Anyway, point of curiosity. So, getting depressingly close to Drimmen, which is my stop for the night, and it's really, I should have gone further today. That hill you're seeing in the distance, I'm fairly sure that's Conic Hill, or sometimes known as Chronic Hill, and that's on to-do list for tomorrow morning, so that'll be a joy. I hope the weather stays nice. Okay, so lunchtime and coffee. Just decided to stop after walking for nearly 4 hours. If I keep going, I'm going to get to my campsite, and that's way too early in the day for that. So, some water boiling, put some coffee grounds in a cup, add the water, stick in a wee filter attachment, proper coffee for the trail, and probably some oatcakes or something. Aye, it's not too bad. I'll just sit and chill and listen to the wind. And for those that are interested in foraging, you can feed yourself on wild berries, which is nice. What a lovely idea. Well, it's later in the afternoon and I'm actually going to the village of Driven to get some dinner, and this view opened up, so you see Scenic Hill on the right there, but over on the left the first views of Highland, which I'll be spending a lot of time with over the next couple of days. But nice to see, and it's at least dried up after a bit of a rainstorm, so all good. Let's see what Driven can offer for dinner. I shall bid you good night if you can hear me over the rain.